today we are going to discuss about load balancer. What is load balancer and why it is very important. So suppose you make any application and this has only one server and this can handle 100 requests. Okay. Now your server or your application get popular. You receive 300 requests. So what will you do? You will make a distributed system having 3 or 4 server. Okay, so that you can handle all the clients. Now what will happen? Your client come, some get this server, some get this server, some get this server, some get this server. Okay, it looking very good, but there is a very big problem here. What the problem is? Suppose you have 4 server. Okay, what will happen? That all the client goes to only 2 server. Now your server limit is 100 requests. You give this server more than the capacity of this, because all the client it goes to only 2 server, then it cannot handle it, or even the response time become very high, or it might possible that your server, this server get any problem or network error or any error. So what will happen? Your first server can't handle all the requests and your second server client cannot even get any request answer because the server is down. So even having the 4 server, you are facing a problem. So how will you handle this problem? You can handle this problem with the help of load balancer. What will load balancer do? Suppose you have 4 server. Okay, so there will be a load balancer. All the requests come to this person. Okay, and this equally distribute your load to each and every server, and it also take care that if any server has any error or it does not work, so it does not distribute the load to that server, it distribute only the remaining server. By this way, all your server work equal time, so no overload of anyone, or even if any server has your problem, this server does not get any request. So load balancer helps us to equally distribute the load and checking all the server that if any error happen, so do not give the request to that server until the server does not get repaired or does not work properly, or if due to any network error the server does not work. So until the network does not come, the server does not receive any request. By this way, load balancer work as a manager to manage all the requests so that customer get a better experience. So now you ask me, is everything good about load balancer or anything bad about it? So let's discuss advantage and disadvantage of this load balancer. Start with advantage. First advantage is that if you have 4 server, it distribute equally. So what will happen? Response time increase because the load is distributed evenly into them. So response time get increases because a server had to, if there are only 200 requests and you distribute equally to 50 requests to each and every one. So what will happen? Response time get increases. Due to response time increases and also availability increases. Why? Suppose without load balancer, the server get only 2, okay, and this has error. So what will happen? For few people, this server is not available. So with the help of load balancer, availability increases, and ultimately by increasing this 2, your customer get better experience. Also, due to these 2 things, if you have more requests, you can add extra one without tension because your load balancer can help us to equally distribute everything. So you can easily scale your system. Scalability also increase. And I tell you one concept, throughput. What is throughput? Number of work in a unit time. Due to increase in response time, your work complete in less time, so your throughput get increased. These are some of the good things. And one more good thing about that, no single server has overload, because load balancer check out that no server has a overload option. Everything look good, but there is a one big problem in load balancer. Let's discuss about that. The big problem is that your load balancer is prone to single point of failure. Why? Because every client send request to only load balancer, but what happen, your load balancer get failed. So this will be a big problem, because here single point of failure happen. So to avoid this disadvantage, what we will do, instead of having one load balancer, we have a one another load balancer, and the load balancer which is currently working is called active load balancer, and one that is on standby, that is called passive load balancer. And if anything happen to active load balancer, the passive one take the place of that. I hope now you understand how this thing work. Now your question you ask is, we use load balancer everywhere in every application? No, you do not have to use it everywhere. Why? You have to use only where there are multiple server, so to manage the thing. But if you have a monolithic system where there will be one server, what is the use of load balancer? Even if you do not use, every request come here. If you use, every request come here. So in monolithic system where there will be a single server, do not use load balancer. Now one more important question you ask you, that if there will be a load balancer, there will be a force server. How server distribute all the load? How server distribute it? What is the logic behind it? Yes, there will be a logic, because in system design everything run with logic. So load balancer follow certain algorithm to distribute the load, and there are few algorithm. First one is round robin algorithm. What will happen if there will be a 4 server? So what will load balancer distribute? First give this, then this, and this. By this way of round robin, this is called round robin, giving each one to everyone in a circular way. This is round robin. Next one is, remember this algorithm only work when all the server have a same capacity. Suppose this server has a 100 request handling capacity, this 100, and this 100, then this algorithm use. But what happen if all the server do not have a same capacity? Suppose you have 4 server, okay, this has a 100 request capacity, this has a 200, this 100, 200. Then come to weightage round robin. What will load balancer do? First one give this, it has a double capacity, to give 2, then 1, then give 2. I hope you understand. Here also give each one in a circular manner, but according to their weight. So I hope you understand it. Now another one is, that is called IP hash algorithm. What will happen? Every request has a IP address, okay? So what will the algorithm do? It will hash this number, hash the IP, okay, and do the modulo of number of server. Here suppose there are 4 server, so what will happen? Hash the IP of that server, okay, modulo 4. The result will always come 1, 2, 3 or either 4. So what will load balancer do? If the result come 1, to load balancer serve to system 1, 2 then it, 3 then it, 4 then it. This is called random probability type algorithm. I hope now you understand. Next one is least connection. What will happen? Suppose you have a 4 server, everyone has a some request. So when a new request come, this is given to that server which has a least number of requests. Suppose this request has a 42 and 97. So which one get 42? And if that become 52, 50 or 51, then go to 50. I hope now you understand. So how we start this chapter? We start about thinking about why we need the load balancer, because we have to balance all the requests. Otherwise, every request may get only on the few server and that get overloaded, or if any server get failed, downtown coming, or due to network call, error will be soon. So to manage all the server, we need a manager that can distribute equally number and checking that requests only go to the server which are available, so there will be no overload and requests get properly transmitted. What are the advantages? First one is response time, second one is highly available, third one is better experience, fourth one is scalability, fifth one is high throughput, sixth one is no overload on a single server. I hope you understand. Then there will be a problem of single point of failure. To avoid this, we will keep a standby server, that is called passive server. Now after that, we will discuss about where to use and where not to use. We will use it where there will be a multiple server. We will not use in a monolithic system. So how will the system work? What is the algorithm? First we will decide about round robin algorithm. Give each one in circular manner. Then weightage round robin. Give each one according to their weight in circular manner. Then IP hash algorithm. Here we do the hashing of IP with a modulo of number of server. We get a random probability number of 1, 2, 3 or either 4. We will give which number will come. Then at last we decide about least connection. We give a new request to only those server which has a least number of connection. I hope with this you will clear each and everything about the load balancer. We will meet in the next upcoming video. Till then, goodbye.